Hi, I'm Jim Ramsey with Aletheia Marriage Counseling. I'd like to talk with you young parents, or maybe couples that haven't had your first child yet. Those of you that have had your children know that this is a shocker. You don't expect it to be quite as difficult as it is. Nobody really tells you just how hard it is to parent young children and the changes that come into your life with young children. The Gottman research has found that half of all divorces happen the first 7 years. And the major reason is young children and the adjustments that come with trying to raise young children. You see, our main problem when we go into marriage is that we're pretty much into ourselves and we want to get our own needs met, and basically we're kind of selfish, okay? And so when you get married, you have to compromise. You have to learn how to please somebody else and how to do things that please them, and that's really important for our maturity as adults, to care about and compromise. But man alive, when those kids come, it's not compromise time anymore. You are the servant. You've got a little king there that has to be served, and he has needs, or she has hunger issues or pain issues or whatever it is, and you have to be there for her. And so problems develop during early childhood. The expectations of you as a husband aren't being met the way they were originally, and maybe you as a wife. You thought that his love for you was going to mean that he's going to get up in the middle of the night and help, or that he is going to be changing all the diapers or half of the diapers. And maybe your husband has the idea that, well, that's your job, you're equipped to handle this baby, and you wanted the baby, and so he just assumes you'll take care of the baby and he'll go to work. Well, maybe you assume that this is a partnership and we're going to do all this together. And so things start going kittywampus in a lot of marriages when the children come. Mom feels like dad doesn't care about me because he's not doing enough help and enough work. He snores through the night while I have to get up with the baby. And he's not loving me like I thought he would. The husband's frustrated because now she's into the kid or kids. All of her time and attention's the baby or the little children. She doesn't have time for me anymore. She doesn't want to do the things we used to do together. She's not as sexual as she was. I'm not getting my needs met. And boy, I'll tell you what, vicious circles get going. And pretty soon we got a guy that's going back and forth to work feeling like the meal ticket, and a woman home with the kids feeling like she's the hired slave or the nanny. And it can be a real problem. The primary relationship between husband and wife becomes altered and messed up. And pretty soon we end up with kind of a child-centered family, and the parents aren't connecting with each other like they used to. So during early childhood, I want to emphasize the importance of you being very close to each other and handling the kids together, sharing the responsibility, letting it being a bonding experience that's challenging, but you do it together. So when you come out the other end, you are not only more mature, but you have a deeper love for each other. And the kids sense that our family has a solid core. Mom and dad love each other and love us. So instead of a child-centered family, you're a couple-centered family with the children feeling the security and love that you bring to the family.